It's always nice to have fresh vegetables, but sometimes adding some fruit can make those vegetables taste even more sparkly and fresher. What we're going to do today is add fresh oranges and orange juice to a mixture of broccoli and carrots, and you're going to find that it really pops out the flavor of both. So first we're going to start with the carrots. I've got 1½ cups of carrots that I've cut fairly thinly, cut them on the bias so that they'll have a much larger surface area so that they're going to cook faster. Put those in a steamer basket, or if you have an official steamer, that will work fine. And put the carrots on the bottom and kind of work a little bit slowly. Because they're more dense, they're going to take a little bit longer to steam through than will the tops of the broccoli. You could, in fact, if you like your carrots a little more soft and a little less crisp, actually put them in and put the lid on and let them steam for a couple of minutes before you even go about putting the broccoli in. I now have 2 cups of broccoli florets. And the big ones I've cut in half, so they're all going to be similar in size. We're going to put the lid on the steamer and let that go, depending on how crisp you like them, somewhere between 7 to 10 minutes. When you get your broccoli and carrots to the degree of tenderness that you like, then go ahead and take them out. You can go ahead and take the pot off the stove. We're going to put it back on in just a minute to make a sauce, but I want to keep the vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and tip them out of here. It'll be easier for me to do it now, and then I won't have to fight the strainer or the steamer again. Go ahead, put them into something where you can keep them warm, because we're going to want them warm later. And I'm going to pour this water out because we're going to use this same pan. All right, bring that back to the stove again, and we're going to make an orange sauce to go over this. And for this, we're going to use 1/2 cup of a low-sodium, fat-free, or reduced-fat chicken broth, or you could use a vegetable broth, and 1/2 cup of fresh orange juice. Now for the orange I had, that was basically 1 orange that I had to squeeze. And also to this we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cornstarch and stir to get that blended in. Move fairly quickly. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. It's going to be going a little bit faster than I want it to. And while that's working, I'm going to add 1 green onion that's been chopped up, 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil, and to counteract the acid in the orange, we're going to add just about 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to bring this up to a boil and let it boil for 1 minute so that we get rid of any of the starchy taste in this. Okay, this is cooked for 1 minute. Now we had a second orange, which I've peeled and chopped. Just stir that in. I'm going to let that get warm. And then you bring your vegetables back, and you're going to stir those in just to coat. Remember, you've kept them warm, so you don't have to reheat them at this point. Just stir them around to get that orange flavor all over all of them. And then you're ready to go. It's a very easy way to add something a little bit different to some vegetables that are great. The broccoli in particular, early season vegetables, but not just plain broccoli anymore. For Oklahoma Gardening, this is Barbara Brown.